Hi everybody, Dave Sullivan here for the MMLA Membership Committee with
Pam Williams, mortgage examiner with the state of Michigan.
Pam. You guys did a great job today. I love the way you laid out pretty much every step in the exam process, from what you guys do in your office all the way to the exit interview. What's one of the most common things that you have to cover with people when you're doing an examination? What's the most common kind of mistake people are making?
I think the biggest mistake is not having policies and procedures. Not having policies and procedures set your company up to not have the rules that you need to manage the company, staff not being clear as far as what their job responsibilities are. Mm-hmm. So I think policies and procedures is the biggest one today.
Okay, so they have them written down, or they haven't gone over them with their staff, or both?
Both. Sometimes they have policies they've implemented and it's not written down, and then because of that, it may not be passed on to the new employee or the new loan officer. So sometimes your smaller companies may not have policies at all. So we really try to go in and enforce that. Not only do you need policies and procedures for federal requirements, you should just have total policy and procedures for the overall operation of your company.
Right, and I think that's very important. It really comes down to training almost.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. Especially when you talk about, as I mentioned in the presentation, that a lot of times the president or the CEO of the company is not really involved in the fine detail or the fine process. So when we're doing an examination and we start to interview staff, we find out that although those policies exist, they may not have communicated to the staff.
Great. Is there any other thing aside from policies and procedures and training?
In terms of common violations, is not being able to determine compliance with law. That's our ultimate goal, is to make sure that they come into compliance. And when we come into your office, if you don't have the proper documentation or you're not organized, we're not able to determine compliance.
And that's really the ultimate goal of the
exam. And we've got a lot of unable to determine compliance.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming out. It was very valuable.